We have new details from the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC Datamine, including some really weird text entries. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below. So the new patch includes text entries for text you'll see during battles. This includes Blueberry League, Kiran, Kodakame, Zombie Man, Zombie Old, Zombies. What? Nemona, Arvin, Penny, Dokutaro. So we have like Japanese code names for new Pokemon, but that is not as interesting as zombies, but these are still notable, and we get an explanation in the replies. Some new words we haven't seen yet. Kodakame, Ancient Turtle. Kodai is Ancient Times, Kame is Turtle. Dokutaro, Poison Momotaro, because Doku is poison, Taro likely comes from Momotaro, the legend of Momotaro, and that is the inspiration for the Loyal 3. Zombies? That just complicates things even more, especially because the Loyal 3 story gets really weird. They were allegedly dead, and then they came back to life, and then no one really cared or acknowledged it. Some people are speculating it has something to do with the poison chains. We can actually see the chains in the story before they got wiped out by Ogerpon, which has also led to some of the funniest comments I've ever seen on the channel. I mean, if any legendary Pokemon would have under 570 base stat total, it would be the group that got canonically bodied in a 3v1 while having a type advantage. Yeah, they're pretty pathetic, and it's kind of represented through their stats and capabilities in competitive, huh? Now, it's a really good thing the story carries over into the Indigo Disk because, again, there's way too many unanswered questions about these Pokemon, and then it's going to get a bit more complicated with, like, the fourth of this trio, and you can see something over here, so that could also be, like, a small teaser or a hint at the Momotaro Pokemon. It does make sense a little bit because Kiran and his sister are from the Blueberry Academy, so even though it's a completely different area with a completely different theme, it's going to tie together and hopefully answer some questions. Now we get to see more of it in the asset dump, so it's cropped out in the story in the game, and then just leaves a couple of questions. Is this the full Pokemon? Or is it just the face of Dokutaro? Is it some kind of like weird pig-looking Pokemon? Or are those two eyes in the circle like its head, and then the rest of it's like a floating poison body that crafts the chains or something? And I went to check the Pokedex entries for some kind of hints as to what's going on, but it's mostly about the chain. After all its muscles were stimulated by the toxic chain around its neck, Okidogi transformed and gained a powerful physique. Yeah, maybe all of this will, like, make more sense when we get the story and the zombies storyline in the Blueberry Academy, because it would kind of make sense, like, yeah, if the chain brought them back to life and somehow the poisons, like, revived them in a way. But I guess it goes into the other part of their story with the fourth unrevealed Pokemon, because someone or something messed with these guys to give them the chain to poison them and then gain abilities from that poison. So stimulation by the toxic chain around its neck. And then Violet kind of got screwed on the Pokedex entries. It's just a ruffian with a short temper. Pulverize anything swinging around the chain on its neck. We have this one. Chain is made from toxins that enhance capabilities. So the Momotaro Pokemon crafts enhancing toxic chains. Interesting. Stimulated Munkidori's brain and caused it to gain psychic powers. But then Violet, Munkidori keeps itself somewhere safe while it toys with its foes, using psychokinesis to induce intense dizziness. These Pokemon are just jerks, but you have to wonder like who's controlling them and how much of a jerk they are. Pheasantipity owes its beautiful looks and lovely voice to the toxic stimulants emanating from the chain wrapped around its body. So once again, stimulants, chain, beauty, powers. Pheasantipity beats its glossy wings to scatter pheromones that captivate people and Pokemon. And as if the lore wasn't complicated enough, now we actually have to consider the Pheasantdussy. So Poison Momotaro is taken care of, and then we have the Ancient Turtle with Terapagos that just kind of gets more and more complex, even though we have details about it now. Oh, the original Terapagos we saw is the Terastal form, and then the other one that was revealed is just the normal form Terapagos, and it's not like evolution shenanigans. And then the DLC immediately reminded us, yo, this one as well. by doing like Blueberry Academy stuff. So kind of like teasing that, setting it up, and now it's all going to kind of come together. I've tentatively named this Pokemon, or not even Pokemon, creature, Terapagos. I suspect its very body is made up of the key material that causes Pokemon to shine brightly and crystallize. Okay. So we have the Ancient Turtle, and then zombies. Zombie man, zombie old, zombies. Like, what is going to happen in the story? And this might not even be like main Blueberry Academy story. It could be like all the little small post-game or post-story stuff that ends up happening. Maybe you go back to Kitakami and then shenanigans happen. But also, there's the expanded story going back to Paldea with DLC 2, and then we find out what's going on in Area 0 a bit more. And it's the hidden treasure of Area 0 for like the total DLC. So a lot of like weird little extra stuff, or maybe this becomes like a main-ish part of the story. Another weird thing is, like, we don't know what happened to the man that was with Ogerpon. Because, like, the masks were stolen, and then Ogerpon came back to the cave, and it was just the teal mask, which the man protected. And then, apparently these things didn't die. Okay, we got some mystery going on, boys. And then we have, like, an old zombie and a zombie man. Maybe that's how MOMOTARO does it. Like, MOMOTARO poisons them and effectively makes them zombies, so that could be some mischief where it's like, yo, that dude's acting weird, and then just like starts Pokemon battling you because it's being controlled by the MOMOTARO Pokemon. I'm stamping that one in. Outside of that, League Clubroom decors. We have default, gorgeous, fancy, future, retro, monotone, neutral, dark, and you can level up the clubroom multiple times. This goes into the details that we have from the DLC and the Blueberry Academy and the Blueberry Points and all that fun stuff. Give me vitamin vending machine and other quality of life. Maybe that's what the upgrades for the club room do. I don't know. Found a storyline quest in Indigo Disk that involves a few characters. Arvin, Nimona, Penny, Kieran, Carmine, Grandfather, Grandmother, Mama. Actual plot or irrelevance to main DLC is unknown. So there's just multiple quests and storylines and shenanigans. Actually, that's probably just the hidden treasure of Area 0 story. We have the Clubhouse Friendship visiting, all Blueberry League Clubhouse guests. Alright. Shiano being the question mark one here. And then someone asking if you can battle the gym leaders. It's been confirmed in official media that you can battle the gym leaders and even trade Pokemon with them afterwards. Didn't see any hints for the other trainers though, so we'll have to wait and see. And that's pretty much it for the data mine at this time. We've also had the asset and texture dumps, so neat. And then we just kind of get to wait and see. So it's really kind of getting interesting for the Indigo Disk, which I've always been more hyped for. When I saw, like, Teal Mask, I was like, the legendaries and all that stuff kind of seems stupid. The region seems a little empty, and I don't think the story is going to be that crazy. Now, the story, again, being interesting and mostly just being open-ended into the Indigo Disk. So we have a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm really hoping for, like, big, competitive, quality-of-life changes for the Indigo Disk and the Blueberry Academy, then more gameplay coming out of that, really bringing the DLC together. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.